Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and we are working with Gallery Blooms bundle this month. So we're on week 1 of August Coffee and Card, and we are actually using the Gallery Blooms bundle. But for this card I've not used any stamps at all, or dies or anything, and you'll see why. I mean, look at that card, it doesn't need anything else. So in your kits, you will have a pack like this. Now, this has got 1/4 of a pack of the Gallery Blooms design series paper, more than you need. You'll only be using 4 sheets actually in this class. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So gorgeous scene. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we'll whip this out because that's the one we're using. Just look, stunning oil painting type designs. And then on the back we've got some nice plains, got a map, some brushwork, looks like wallpaper, another scene, just gorgeous. Love that one as well. A lot of people have seen, I'm not using this one, I don't think. Let's have a look. Nope. I've sort of cut bits out and then highlighted them, so just coloured in bits rather than the whole thing, or you colour the whole thing in. So there's just so much you can do with these. I'll keep this out. So absolutely gorgeous. As I say, you're only going to be using 4 sheets in the coffee and card, so you'll have lots of these gorgeous papers left to play with. Right, so for this card you need your square of designer series paper, which is a 6-inch paper. So now I've got a 13.5 centimetre blank. So it's 20 thick basic white, 27 centimetres by 13.5, scored at 13.5 will give you the square. I get that because I can get the envelope, so you'll have an envelope as well. And then I've got 2 pieces now. I'm mixing my, not mixing my metaphors, mixing my measurements. So this is a this is an 8-inch. It's an 8 centimetre square. This is an 8 centimetre square and this is 8 by 13.5, but we're going to be cutting this up in inches. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll decide which way it's going. I think it's going that way because the roses are going up, and we're going to cut at 3 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that. Hopefully you can see. Like the eye of the storm here, there's chaos all the way around the outside. Right, so we're going to be cutting any direction 3 inches. Okay, so, and then you want to decide which corner you're going to use. Now in this card I use this corner, but you can use any of them. I think that corner would work too. In fact, I'm going to use that corner. So this one's got much more flowers on it, so I'm going to use this way up for this piece. Okay, but leaving it at 3 inches. So first of all, pick your flower. Now you're not going to use the other bit, so I'm just going to look and see where that's going to cut. Now that is going to just trim off a little bit of that flower, so what I'm going to do is move it down a bit and cut at 3 inches, because we're not going to use this piece. Oh, it would look lovely on a card as well. And then I'm turning it around and cutting this to 3 inches, so I've actually got all of that flower on and most of this one. Okay, so there we go. So we now have a 3-inch square, and then I just need to cut this to 13.5 centimetres. We are ready to go. So it's a very quick, simple card. It's a lovely way of using up your designer series paper. And the other thing I was thinking, if you wanted to use all 4 corners, you could use one of the others, but if you're going to do that, I would leave it to the end until, so we know. I am pretty certain we're not using that one, so you could just do that and then make 4 cards using one of each corner. So you could mix it up, so using different backgrounds. Okay, so, and this is the Secret Sea, which is one of the new designer series, not designer, in colours, which is not a big fan of the new in colours, but I do like the Secret Sea. So, and I do like the cloud cover, but unfortunately you can only get the mini ink pad for that, because the big ink pad isn't retaining its colour as well as we like. So unfortunately it has been withdrawn. Sorry, I've just left the lid off. Oh. Right. Okay, so it seems a shame to cover this up, doesn't it, as I say. Or if you've got some plain DSP that would fit, you could use that and then just keep the 4 squares, as I say. So, but I just thought it's such, this designer series paper is so gorgeous that it does enough on its own. So just going to pop that in the middle, wriggling around, because we've got the glue, the wet glue, and then can never decide if this has a way or not. Put it this way and glue. There we go. So just putting that in, just about, maybe. I'll put that one a bit further across. Okay, and then we're just adding this to your square. So really simple but effective layouts. Possibly a get well card. Just on your note. You can add a sentiment if you want. I just felt it did enough without. And there we go. And then I'm just going to add that onto here on dimensionals. So let's just... So a nice, simple, quick card. Just make sure I've got my roses going the right way. There they are. And I've just put that sort of over to right and down. There we go. So there you go, 2 different cards. How beautiful are they? Okay, so nice and quick for this week. So I shall see you next week for another one. Thank you. Bye.